You know what that is?
What I know would shock most people, considering that you have racial stereotypes. Not because I'm super intelligent.
Not knowing a white balance has fuck all to do with your skin color. Come on. You're just too hard to push that racist agenda today.
We're best friends now because I know what white balance is. You understand me? Finally.
Finally.
Someone understands the importance of color correction. Hi. This is the greatest time of year. So, to continue with the spirit of lying to each other, we've decided to compile the greatest comics that ever came out in 2014. If you're going to be a douchebag or a nitpicky son of a bitch and try to say comic series, mini-series, graphic novel, any of that type of shit, I don't give a fuck. Comics, like if it's on motherfucking print with like motherfucking art and some motherfucking captions on that shit, it qualifies as one of the best comics of 2014. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Walk.
That was very monotone.
Yeah, I know. My throat's sore.
I was speaking about me, man. If I started critiquing you, we'd be here for a while.
I know. No, I know.
Why does this camera feel so far this time?
Looks okay. You can't say.
I can't check myself out as well as I used to. It's either that or my eyes have gotten smaller. And they're getting watery. I'm crying about what a great year we've had.
Yeah, it's been beautiful.
I'm lying, it was good until Death of Wolverine came out.
Yeah, I know.
That's like the gift that keeps on giving. Okay, so you got a hard on to start your list there, Mike.
I guess, quickly.
Why don't you talk about some of your five?
Okay, so...
We may have a couple in the same list.
I have a feeling we will.
No, we don't. Actually,
Sure?
Yeah, your list is compiled out of probably the top 5 worst comics except for Elektra.
Thanks.
I'm joking.
I'm
Batman's
joking,
pretty good too.
yeah.
Edge of the Spider-Verse, so Mike, for real?
No, the Spider-Verse itself is not that good. I mean, it's entertaining, it keeps you going. It's not the best Spider-Man work ever. Edge of the Spider-Verse, though, and specifically that specific comic has a certain energy to it, and a certain theme, and a certain art style that's really, really enjoyable.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's the one with Mr. Roboto, eh?
Yeah, what it is it's a robot, like, Spider-Man is, you're essentially a robotic suit, and there's a spider that bites you, that allows you to bond to the suit. So what happens is that, I believe it will be Peter Parker formerly would be killed on the first couple pages, and it's his daughter that becomes the next Spider-Woman.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but it's a really good scene. Essentially, they're sitting in this, like, bland room with these two with, like, essentially, Aunt May and Uncle Ben, who are scientists. They're like, we want you to be the next Spider-Man. And it's like, but that means the spider has to bite you. It's like, and the little girl's just like, okay, I'll do it. It's like, okay, because he's in the room right now. The spider's already been released. And it's like, coming for her. Some interesting moments.
I don't know how precise scientists are just going to leave some radioactive spider to run around the room waiting for this girl who hasn't decided yet if she wants to get bit or not.
I know, it's interesting.
Like
The fight scenes are pretty good. The robotic suit itself is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of the, in terms of Spider-Man, it's the best Spider-Man issue, which is really odd to say because it has nothing to do with Spider-Man, technically. Literally just the suit. So.
And I'm assuming that Spider People's, they're all white too. It's true, man. My top 5, I don't think I have a colored person in it. It's fucking depressing.
The next I will do would be Batman Endgame.
Batman.
Endgame Part 1, the actual issue itself.
Yes, it's good.
It's a bit of the background to it. In the previews, it comes out as a complete mystery. You don't know what it's going to be about.
Except the game ending.
Except there's going to be in a game. When the cover comes out, it essentially is Batman versus the Justice League. So you're like, oh, sweet. It's going to be a Batman versus the Justice League story. Which is always interesting. Is always seeing how Batman outthinks everybody and outfights everybody, which is always interesting. But at the end, though,
I wouldn't guess that much Bill's story, man. Batman will whoop everyone's ass.
No, exactly. That's usually it's usually watching how he does it.
Yeah.
The end, though, it's revealed story. Pretty much the last 2 or 3 panels, everyone starts. And you're thinking you're going to be reading this Batman versus Justice League story, it completely warps at the end to which is extremely enjoyable. Anyway, so
ridiculous.
So it goes from being a Justice League story to out of the bat. And then the other good thing about this issue is the side story they have going. It's interesting to start it. I mean, it kind of drags on later on, but in this particular issue, it was spectacular. I enjoyed it.
And I think those are the two dudes too. I think it's like that Tiedemann guy who's he's also one of the writers for Batman Eternal. So they got some shit definitely baking up in those two pots there.
Yeah.
Probably gonna add the two of them together like some sort of fucking gumbo or some shit.
Well, they're going along the exact same theme. That it isn't really a human; it's a eternal spirit of some type, or a ghost, or a demon, or something like that. I mean, that's what they're pointing towards, but you never know.
What they're alluding to.
Yeah, but you never know. It could be
not
just
like he's like the ghost of Christmas past.
no, it's a ghost of fucking up your shit.
You can never match up with me.
Anyway, so my next one on the list would be Deadpool versus Carnage. It's just a fun Deadpool versus Carnage comic. Two complete people who are completely insane going at each other. Good art, fun story.
That's again in your top.
I don't read a lot of comics. I don't. I mean, like I
don't know if you want to fucking say that on a comic show, bro.
No. I mean, like I don't have a great budget. I don't read every single comic that comes out. All the ones I read, because I'm not going to include Star Trek, and I'm not going to include Lola XOXO, and I'm not going to include a whole bunch of other things.
Lola XOXO could be top 5.
It's on the list. It's near. It was one of my considerations. It's pretty good.
It says XO on the cover.
Yeah.
It's like XO
And
Manowar.
it's done by Aspen Comics, which is
yeah. Aspen, hey man.
no, they do good. I mean,
The
they
OG
have
Michael Turner there, man. So.
no. Anyway, so but I particularly enjoy Carnage because because of the pure entertainment value. Deadpool in it is really well written. Essentially, he's just opening. He opens up his mind to the universe, and he just because Carnage is doing complete random acts. Deadpool opens up his mind to seek him out, and just lets the universe float. Like let the universe just guide him to Carnage, which is always fun to read. Which is just interesting how they do it. You're just wandering around a city, just looking at things, and it's just really, really interesting to read through. So, and the fight scenes are pretty good, and they're two well-matched characters. So, I mean, and the art's also really good. So. Next would be Sex Criminals. Talked about it before. I choose it as one of my top because it is one of the few comics going on right now that actually cover concepts of sexuality and really good written characters maturely.
Death of Wolverine covers concepts of sexuality.
Maturely?
Yeah.
I fucking doubt that.
I tap. Extra.
Anyway, I've talked about Sex Criminals before. It's well written. The art's really, really good. The characters are well. The characters are well done. In terms of in terms of a comic book that isn't just about blowing stuff out or fighting, but actually about character development and some type of exploration of what it is to be human. Sex Criminals does this. And movies.
Is that the voice of God, Mike?
Maybe the laughter of God.
Because we don't got a stowaway Mexican on the show, do we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. That makes things very illegal.
And lastly, Elektra.
Yeah, that's literally should be probably. That is your number one out of the
It is my number one out of my top 5.
Yeah,
the other ones I presented are pretty much not in order. Elektra's number 1.
I'm glad you put that on your list.
It's good. It's the art's absolute the best way to describe that art is dreamlike.
Yeah,
It captured it really beautifully. The character, the villain, Bloody Lips. He was
awesome.
It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I find especially his art design
is really
spectacular.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that part where they go through a bit of his history is really cool too.
Yeah.
So
it's well written.
So you
very
read
well
yours in
drawn.
the trade though, eh?
Yeah, I have mine in the trade.
Yeah, see that almost cracked mine. Except there was like 2 comics I believe that happened kind of in between this storyline and the next arc. Or sorry, it might have been 1, but either way, she's in New Orleans.
Yeah,
and they changed the art. And I'm not saying the art was bad, and I'm not saying the story was bad. Like the story was still exceptional.
Yeah.
The art was just it didn't fit. It felt like I was reading like a 5-year-old comic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
They went back to it, right?
Yeah, they did go back to it. Thank God. So.
Yeah.
Because that what is that, Blackman and Del Mundo or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So this is a really good team.
Yeah. Strong team. Really one of the highlights of the year in terms of comic books.
Man, I'd say best art I've seen.
Oh, easily
long
best
ass
art.
time.
No, easily the best art in a long time. He is a great artist, and it works. And the thing is, though, it works really well with the story. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, no,
the synergy
it works
between the two is spectacular.
It's like they're writing each other's dicks when they're doing it. That's how close they were.
Anyway, if I was to recommend one comic book from the year, it would literally be Elektra. Pick it up. It's in trade paperback. It is finishing in a few months, only up to number 11. They're canning it.
I hope not.
But they're going to put out a trade paperback with like 1 to
11. Where are they at right now? They might be past. Oh no, yeah, I guess they're at like 9.
Yeah, they're at 9 right now. 11 is where it's going to end. They're going to put out a trade paperback, 2 trade paperbacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this one, 6 to 11 on the other one.
What?
Yeah,
That's so stupid.
I know. Well, it's Marvel. We got lucky enough. Okay.
No, we didn't. It was fucking goddamn a consolidation price for what they wrote with, you know who, Mr. 3 Claw. I guess it'd be 6 Claw.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my top 5. Elektra on top. Has to be Elektra. It's on top. Simple as that.
I get it, sexual innuendo.
What?
No, that wasn't sexual innuendo. That was just an awkward thing for you to say that. What do you mean Elektra on top? It has to be Elektra on top. Isn't that sexual innuendo? You know, when you're
Sure.
trying to get
Yes.
into...
Yes, it is. Yeah. She's extremely dominant. Well, think about it.
No, what do you mean? Because she's an assassin?
All right. What's your top 5?
Why are you so sad? Don't be sad, man.
I'm not sad.
This is the realest show in the universe now after that, man. Well, my top 5? I guarantee you at least 6 of my comics are better than you.
Fuck you.
Alright, so, literally, because I don't give a fuck about the rules of society. This, Fury fucking Max, My War Gone By. It didn't come out in 2014. I don't give 2 shits. Like, I was, I had a hard time trying to round off 5 comics. Like I was saying earlier, man. I don't think it's because there was like, oh my god, they were that standout. It's just, I don't know if they deserve top 5 status. So, instead, we didn't have a review show last year. This, if you like Nick Fury, if you like the Max series, if you like Garth Ennis, if you like war stories, if you like suicidal sociopathic drunks, you gotta read it. You gotta read it, man. Like it's one of those things. It changes characters for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always said about Punisher Max. And like the problem with Punisher Max is if you read it, I find for the most part you're not gonna read another Punisher after that. Like Punisher Max destroyed Punisher for me. If it's not except for the Jason Aaron Max run that he had for a bit there. But even like I've read a couple of, I think they had a Barracuda Max. I don't believe it was written by Ennis. It was okay. But like, you know, the rest of the Max titles, I'm not even saying just go and get Max. Wolverine Max was like a piece of shit. And Deadpool Max was equally as junk. But this is fucking pure gold, man. You gotta read this. I don't care if you're a Marvel fan or not. So, it's phenomenal. That's number 5 for me. So, bang, bang, bang. Numbers going across the screen. Like fishes. Should have done that for yours.
Yeah.
That just wasn't that invigorating. Okay. My number 4 comic, I gotta state for the record here, I got bamboozled into doing. I didn't actually decide on this one per se, but apparently with understanding crew that I got, they read so much and shit like that, they kind of forced it on my throat. But at the same time, I have to agree with it, and it was between that and a couple other comics I couldn't really squeeze into the top 5. So actually, Elektra being one of them. Elektra didn't make the cut. Batman, fucking Christ, man. 0 year, it's fucking good. What can I say, man? This guy's just writing phenomenal hits, man. Like fuck, I can't even. What Batman hasn't been good so far? The story that Snyder's have been doing.
None. They've all been spot on.
Yeah. So like, if you're talking about something that came out 2014, this came out 2014. His came out 2014 with the Endgame. And prior to that was like the Death of the Family. Prior to that was all the whole Owls business. Like it's fucking phenomenal. Get your hands on this, or whatever else you want to throw on it. So, number 2. Or 3, sorry. That'd be 3, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't count. I think we went over this before, I'm not Chinese. Iron motherfucking Fist. I don't give a fuck, man. You gotta read this. It's fucking solid. Again, it's very similar to the Electric Theory, man. Good story. Hell of art. Like, I put this on my list literally because I liked... I thought Iron Fist was a lame motherfucking human being. Lame superhero. Lame everything. Like, including when he's wearing the all-white onesie with the yellow bandana. It's like, man, dog, what the hell are you doing with, dog? Someone has to tell you that disco age is over, man. Look like dumbass Disco Inferno, except you're ashamed of yourself, so you cover up your face. But, like, when you read something like this, you're like, what the fuck happened to this guy, man? Because, like, he's one gangster-ass motherfucker. So, but if you're not a fan of nudie scenes, don't read it. Because there's some sexual content in there. Apparently, it doesn't make sense. It's like, you fucking retards.
Hooray for boobies.
Yeah, hooray for titties. Okay, my number 2 comic. They're just gonna pop up the screenshots. Number 2, I thought long and hard about this one, was because number 2 and number 1, those killed me. Number 2, I'd give it to Pretty Deadly. I wanted to give it to number 1. I really did want to give it to number 1. Except I'm really pissed that they haven't continued this. Like, they allude to the fact that they're gonna do another story arc to it. So, that's a negative mark. That's literally the only bad thing I can say about Pretty Deadly. Fuck, I'd go as far as saying, like, in my mind, it was probably the best art of the year, including Elektra, including Iron Fist, regardless of whatever I might have said about Elektra or Iron Fist. But, like, what, man? You never know what we say on this damn show. Like, the fuck, man? Sometimes we contradict ourselves.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Like enough. A lot.
you just sit beside me is contradicting.
Yeah.
My last comic is 3. Alright? It's written by Kieran Gillen, the guy who does Uber. He wrote the Iron Metropolitan. Pretty solid fucking writer. And it's like it's just the reverse 300. It's fucking an awesome story. A really cruddy ending. Nothing good happens at the end. You get a little glimpse of hope. But since I'm a conniving bastard, that's a notable men of wrath. I don't actually have the 3 comic. This comic is just mean. You see that? That's how you get a top 6 and a top 5, bro. What's up? Headshot. Yo. Now what are we doing? What? What are you looking at me like, oh, look at her, oh, you did a bad thing. Of course I did a bad thing. Almost bad man in the universe. And get the comma out of there. Apparently it makes me say that I'm the worst
the most
bad man in the
man in the universe, man.
Yeah. Well, no, man, don't. Why are you playing it out, bro? I'm just trying to grammatically explain what that means to people. Doesn't mean that I'm the worst bad man in the universe. Well, grammatically speaking, it does. Why are you so sad-faced today, man? I'm excited, man. So yeah, that's my top 5, man. Say something about it. Try to diss it.
I don't know. It's all good.
You can't. Yeah, no. It's iron, like more. Yeah, I get it. Get it, I'm a funny fucking guy today. Alright. I guess we got a dirty Mexican on here.
Yeah, apparently.
He's gonna talk for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, somewhere around here.
Yeah. These not actually Mexicans. Any of you white people are getting offended. Recognize your own kind. He's a fucking honky just like you. Fuck off, you know what you're doing. Don't act cute, man. Let's go.
Es que yo soy un azteca, pero tú eres un padre, eso no es un mascota real. Es que vas a la página web y ¿qué es lo que ves? Padres. Y eso yo soy un mascota feroz, pero tú eres un padre bueno para nada.
Why do you like Naruto?
Guapo, vea que intentas escaparte, pero no prevaleras en eso. No te acuerdas.
Still going?
Estabas en la escuela.
So, what? That's it?
Todo eso fue en el pasado. Ya sé que pasó, pero lo lamento demasiado.
Yo, this is like the shittiest fucking review, man. Like, what are you doing with? You think it's easy? It ain't easy.
Eres un monstruo.
Japs lost the war. They're not even fucking Vietnam, bro. The resting place of our resident heroes, man.
Pero todo eso fue en el pasado.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Ya sé que pasó, pero lo lamento.
Get away with you.
I'm being deported.
When he's walking off screen, can you have an eagle come soaring through like it's chasing him? It's not verbal sexual harassment. Listen, if you're listening to this thing and you're a female and you think what I'm doing to Comic Book Girl 19 is sexual harassment, like I ain't trying to be sexually harassing. Like I don't know how else I'm gonna get her attention. She's up on the internet. She's not even the same goddamn country as me.
No, you're well within your right to do that.
So, like I said, negative attention. I'm waiting to get that restraining order. Which would be stupid because I'm like already in a different country. I'd be sad if she filled out a restraining order because it would mean that she's stupid, and I don't think she's stupid. There, how about that? I think one of the hottest things about you is your, at least what seems to be your intelligence. I'm not even actually joking.
No.
Like I swear to God, like I didn't think she was hot until I seen her Batman review there where dies. Like man, she was almost crying. I think I mentioned that before. Scott, didn't I mention that?
Yeah, it was actually kind of sweet.
It was hot. I want to use those tubes to lube my hands up so I can touch myself. What? Fuck all you motherfuckers, man. Anyways, if you didn't know, American Heroes won, Japanese nothing. That's what I'm talking about.
Happy New Year, guys. See you next year.
Fuck you, man. This is fake ass bullshit anyways.